Why won't they call Ramaphosa to the ad hoc committee? Because this is insane. He's the central guy. It's like we're watching Jurassic Park and we never see a dinosaur.
And it seems to me as if Cyril is like everyone in the ANC's second choice. So all of his adversaries prefer him to be there instead of their main adversary. And so
he's like a side chick who's actually married because no one wants. So I try to crowbar a sex reference.
Exactly.
Can I be honest, Sizwe? I don't think Ramaphosa is going to resign because you can only resign if you actually started working. Boom!
Wow. But is it not a South African thing now? Maybe a global thing, because corruption is global, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, is it not a thing to just accept corruption and hope that it's not as bad? Because here's my thing.
Yeah.
The hospital, 2 billion rand. But if you took 200 million, but you still made the hospital at 1.8, would you be happy with it?
Halala! Welcome back to another episode of Real Problem with Chester Missing. Today we have one of the best political analysts in the country. If this dude was any sharper, Very Mark would name a knife after him. He's like a cash in transit heist because he's always on the money. He's South Africa's top political podcaster. And we also have Sizwe Mpofu-Walsh. I'm joking. It's Dr. Sizwe Mpofu-Walsh. Okay. It's an honor to have you here. We've also got comedian and journalist Sizwe
Areff. Call me Sizwe Areff. That's what I want to be known
Simmi Areff, who's also here. Sizwe, I heard a rumor that Ramaphosa is going to resign in January. What in the Paul Mashatile do you think is going on?
Chester, firstly, can I just say I'm a bit worried by your entrance onto YouTube because there is only space for one puppet.
Oh my God! I'm so glad you could admit what's going on here.
He came prepared.
One puppet who benefits from white privilege on YouTube. There's only space for one.
Oh, there we go. But he only 50% benefits. And if your mother was any more woke, she'd be a Red Bull can. Have you met his mother?
No.
His mother's the most politically aware white person you've ever met. She's like,
true.
My God, she's like, if you distilled EFF and turned it into a white auntie, it's fantastic. I love her.
So what Helen Zille was meant to be.
Yes, is what Helen Zille is meant to be.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Is his mother. Wow, she's brilliant.
So
I love
true.
her.
In fact, people often think I get my political ideas from my father until they meet my mother.
No, they meet your mother, and she's
quite
more
right.
progressive than your father. Your father worked for Gareth Cliff. Your mother would tell Gareth Cliff the footsack.
Hey, school fees had to be paid somehow.
Yeah.
But now he doesn't have to pay the school fees.
What a pity they got wasted on a podcaster. Oh, I'm out.
Can we end right here? I think we've done all we need to do. And
all the roasting, we're out. Thank you. No, thanks for coming and thanks for having
exactly.
us. Sizwe, listen, man.
Yeah.
Well done on the podcast. It's doing great. I love watching you. It's where I get my news because I love a puppet
Ask him about Mashatile now.
Well, we're going to ask him. Mashatile is going to be the president. What's going on?
You've copied everything we've done. Now you've just brought me onto the podcast.
So I'm waiting for Mighty Jammy coming in the door right now. Every week there's Mighty Jammy. Can we get another? You could see you ran out of guest ideas in Mighty Jammy.
It's like who's going to be next on your podcast? Well, whoever was 2 weeks ago.
Whoever was 2 weeks ago.
Gags. But now to the serious stuff, Sizwe.
Right.
So
you can't have Simmi though.
Yeah, you can't have. Yeah.
No, because he's cut.
The more important thing for me is now we know Ramaphosa is leaving, but everybody's taking a guess at the dates.
That is true.
I'll give you dibs. I'll give you what I think. Okay. I think it's before budget speech. He has to be gone before budget.
Wow, interesting. It's hard to divine because we're at an interesting point where I think his capital, excuse the pun, is waning, but there isn't an obvious person who could step in the meantime. And it seems to me as if Cyril is like everyone in the ANC's second choice. So all of his adversaries prefer him to be there instead of their main adversary. And so
he's like a side chick who's actually married because no one wants. So I try to crowbar a sex reference.
Exactly.
You wanted to say a gag.
As is customary.
You should have heard when he said he's losing he doesn't have enough, and I was like, check in the couch that's at Palapala.
That's
where you should have gone.
How did I miss that? There's professionals
on his capital.
Professionals and then amateurs.
I like you see, the Mashatile token stuff is very interesting to me because a lot of people look at the Mashatile stuff and they go like, okay, cool. Well, who else?
Yeah.
That is a legitimate question. Who else?
It is a legitimate question, and I think Mashatile is probably going to confuse us all and throw his hat in with the GNU in order to become ANC president. Because everyone thinks Mashatile is going to come in and then he's going to bring EFF and MK on. I think he's going to throw a bone to Capital and say, you can keep me and I'll keep your GNU for you. And that may well be the way that he marches to the presidency.
What's the term for that? Isn't there a term for what you're describing? It's called selling out.
Oh, okay.
Fucking sell out. Well, if you give me enough money.
I mean,
37 million rand house in Waterfall.
Let's be honest. That's a well-known ANC trait. So he wouldn't be the first.
Can I be honest, Sizwe? I don't think Ramaphosa is going to resign because you can only resign if you actually started working. Boom!
Wow. Wow.
Oh,
And we're done.
Wow.
that's why my podcast has jokes. Listen,
But you don't think you will ever see an ANC president with a full do a full 90?
What is the full 90?
Play the full 90 minutes.
Oh, like
We've already.
I thought it was some
Everybody's
kind of
weird
sexual
metaphors.
reference.
I had no idea what it
I was like, these
sounds
guys,
like
What
you're
am I getting
pumping
myself
grannies.
into here?
these guys are
I'm
only.
gonna do a full 90.
Listen, if you like to do full 90s
You
in
do
your
full
leisure
90s,
hours,
I do. All the women listening, I do full 90s.
please confine full 90s to your leisure hours.
No, but I'm saying they don't do full terms anymore.
God, buddy.
Yeah, look, I definitely don't think so. Look, there are a number of milestones or hurdles which Ramaphosa has to cross. The question is just which one he falls at. First one is this Palapala judgment, which the Con Court is refusing to release. It's been sitting on it for more than a year. I don't know what's going on there. I think it's a travesty of justice. But if that goes against him, I honestly think he's gone. And that could be this month, it could be next month. But if he passes that, then he's got the ANC NGC in December. And again, there could be a rebellion against him there. But if he passes that, then he's got the local government election.
Oh, that's going to kill him.
Yeah, that's
I don't. I don't. That's why
Yeah.
I'm saying. I think it's before Feb.
Yeah. Look, I mean, would love that. Would love that personally. But he has this weird ability to carry on and to persist no matter how many doubts are cast over him. And he's actually, much as I hate to say it, he's relatively popular as a politician in South Africa.
Yes.
I think his approval rating's at like 46%, which is...
That's insane.
Which is
Just-
huge.
Wait, just you know how insane that is. His approval ratings are higher than the ANC's electoral.
Yes, exactly.
He's so cocky. He's more popular than the actual ANC.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, we'll
How
vote
is
for
he-
you, Cyril, but the other guy.
Yeah,
guys.
so...
Yay.
If you're going to bring Angie with... Listen, man, I don't think that the GNU will ever end because their funders won't allow it.
I fully agree
That's
with
the
you.
whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what it's like? It's people who married and stayed together for the kids. The GNU stayed together for the Oppenheimers.
Yeah, I fully agree. Fully agree. And, what irks me is that we just don't hold the GNU to any kind of objective standard.
None.
But what's the standard that you'd hold them to?
Like, the standard would just be, for me, any kind of meager, moderate, objective progress. Like, the economy is getting better, unemployment's getting better,
Yes.
governance is getting better. And what they've done really successfully, and what I think Helen
This gives
Ziller...
DNA's in a job. Hey,
Well, that has
Someone had
that's
to.
gone well.
A matriculant
There's no
needs
doubt
an
about that.
opportunity in life.
DNA's must thank Ramaphosa. It took him to the White House, huh? You would never have seen that. You would
hey.
never have seen it.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah.
I mean, so, but what they've done and what I think the GNU has done really well is they've created this kind of bogeyman that if they aren't there, the country's going to descend into chaos and crisis. And when you're comparing yourself against disaster, you always look good. And they've been clever in that. But really, when we take a step back and we look at where the country is, I've continued to be one of the voices that says, like, nothing has moved forward in the last 18 months.
But isn't this incredibly destructive? We saw that picture of that little getaway where they went, let's go on a little holiday camp,
yeah.
Nice.
like they're Boy Scouts, and they're literally only boys, and then
Yeah.
they're sitting there, and you're having your planning meeting a year and a half into it. What the frickin' in the bejesus cupcake in my couch? Listen,
Like,
do you think the Ruperts and the Oppenheimers have a WhatsApp group with John and Cyril where they just say this is what has to happen, and John and Cyril can't reply? They just do emojis.
I mean, I feel like if that happened, at least maybe some stuff would get done.
Oh, wow.
At this point,
It's not
like,
even that.
At this point, there doesn't even seem to be a WhatsApp
But
group.
I have to look at this thing objectively, right? We voted for this government of national unity because basically by voting for all of these smaller parties and voting for different things, we are trying to tell them as they elected, hey, ANC, we're going to show you, we won't vote for you. But now we're in this mess. And when you look at the election results or the potential election results, it's not like the ANC are coming through again. So this GNU thing is here to stay. It's not changing. And you can't say a decade from now, Oh, well, the GNU, there's no progress.
I disagree a bit. I don't think we voted for this particular.
No, we didn't vote for them.
Yeah.
I want to say that
No,
now too.
no one voted for the PAC.
No one,
to
yeah,
be
no,
in a
yes, no one
ministerial
voted
position.
for. When I say that, I don't mean like, oh, we voted for a GNU.
Yeah.
The GNU is a natural progression of not having an outright winner.
Yeah, I think it's one of the possible progressions. We voted for, I would argue, actually, what South Africans said in 2024 was, we don't want the ANC anymore. That was the
Yes.
big message. But yet, this coalition has somehow given us the ANC
And
kind of yeah.
Yes,
and
it's like the
friends.
ANC's become the fourth member of the tripartite. The DA, it's like the DA's become the fourth member of the tripartite alliance. Is what's happened.
Absolutely.
They're not saying frickin' anything. Look at Glynis Breitenbach there in the ad hoc committee. She's like, oh no, and she says nothing. This is a lady who used to be a prosecutor, had the head of the NPA sitting right in front of her, Shamila Batoy, and what does she do? Julius is more intense.
But why would you be shocked? She's also visited Israel, so
Oh my God, yes, that's true.
And where I am with you though is we voted for some kind of coalition arrangement. This
Yes.
is the new normal.
yes.
And we need to get used to it. But then again, my thing is we must still hold these coalitions to some standard of accountability.
Ish.
But there aren't. This is what I'm struggling with, Sizwe.
Yeah.
If you voted for the PAC or you
Yeah.
voted Patriotic Alliance,
Yeah.
you don't want them hanging out there with Peter Groenewald.
Yeah.
The PA hates the DA, but they're working together, so they never really stand up to each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the clear thing that nobody is saying is that this is not a GNU. This is the
Yes.
excuse for the ANC and the DA to work together and keep some hangers-on who are happy with the crumbs to provide a veneer of credibility for some unity government. But what we really have here is an ANC-DA coalition and a few other smaller parties who are lending an aspect of credibility.
Then
to
how
that.
come they only had 9 people at the retreat?
Yes, I know. That's all they can budget for after.
Yeah, wow. What were they doing at this retreat, by the way?
I
Like,
heard the massages while through the room, dog.
They were
Full
doing
90s.
team building
Yeah, full
exercises.
90s, full 90s, full 90s.
Oh, full 90
This is
me,
gonna be
John.
a
Full
problem.
90 me. Where's Cyril gone? Oh, he's gone for a full 60.
oh, man. Like,
Listen, man, this is
Yeah.
insane. Don't you think like, if you voted for someone like
Hmm.
the smaller parties, and now they're in government, and therefore not standing up and being the opposition they could be, isn't that a betrayal of your vote? Like, if you're a patriotic alliance person, and you're seeing Gayton hanging with the exact people he's meant to be fighting, that's a betrayal of your vote. Surely he's more effective as an opposition.
I think so. I mean, I presume people voted for opposition parties in such large numbers because they wanted to send a message that the status quo needed to change. And now all that's happened is that the status quo has just got entrenched because these smaller parties have become little factions of the ANC. And no one is more loyal to the ANC right now in Ramaphosa than these opposition leaders. Like, you ask them about Cyril, they were like, I will die for the president.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
ANC politicians are like, yeah, we don't really like Cyril.
We don't like him,
But,
but
yeah.
if you ask the PAC, they're so
Hey.
deep in there because they've got a deputy job.
Absolutely.
No, that
absolutely.
stinks, man. We've seen the Madlanga and ad hoc committees. If people who are meant to be fixing the police force themselves are the criminals, what do we do? What is their real solution? Everyone complains. I see you daily go,
I've
oh,
got
look
a
what they
solution.
did. But
I've
what
got a
do we
solution.
actually do?
I've got a solution.
Oh my God! Yeah, you got to know before he tells you.
I got a
No, wait.
solution.
You got to understand. His uncle is literally Shabir Sheikh. So
Yeah, but that's why we know each other so
gives-
well.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Like,
tell me. your
His
criminal-
father
yeah.
works for Zuma. My uncle used to work for Zuma.
yeah,
We're
this is
family,
all
basically.
This is
going on
this
here.
is also an MK
This is
podcast.
an MK podcast, dog.
There's
Allow
a puppet
us.
involved, so we know it's an MK meeting.
This is a family reunion
Yeah,
here, my
exactly.
man.
Good to see you, brother.
Lovely
Yeah,
to see
yeah,
you,
yeah.
brother.
Okay, criminal. How do we fix the criminals?
Okay, I'm not saying that we don't fix it. I'm saying that that commission's going to come out with things and it's going to come out with considerations. And I think that the way Liam Jacobs has played his cards, because he's flip-flopped so many times and had so many different positions,
I call him Havaianas. That's how much he's...
he could line himself up a job there, doc. That's the only thing. In fact, the only thing that GNU has done is given Liam Jacobs more opportunities to have a job.
That dude will do anything.
Anything.
Anything for cash. Should we just let the criminals run the country? They're organized
They're
crime.
already doing
You've never
it,
heard of
though.
an organized municipality.
That's what the commission is telling us. They're already doing it.
Hey, listen, I can't talk. I'm doing corporate gigs now.
Oh.
No comment.
I'm sold out. It's fine.
But what are your, what's
Yeah.
your, just, firstly...
How do we fix it?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know the answer to that question because what has emerged right now is that the problem is so deep that I think we are still trying to wrap our minds around how deeply it goes. But part of the way I really do believe it gets fixed in the long term is I think the ANC has to be removed from power.
But then you don't have a GNU.
Exactly.
But then what's your viable...
The Oppenheimers are WhatsApping him right now, telling him this is the line he can't cross. He can't answer this question. I'm sorry, Simmi.
And I tell you why I say that, right, is because the system of patronage is so deeply entrenched and is so deep down. Like we've seen, did you see the video of Julius Mkhwanazi, the Kuruleni police chief, dancing in ANC colours? I mean, you can't script it.
I saw it on your podcast.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to put it on this podcast tomorrow.
So we know it's coming here.
It's coming here.
But rip it from his podcast.
Yeah, please.
No,
just
there's going to be my logo over his logo.
Yeah,
you're going to see SMWX, which sounds like a porn channel. SMWX. You need to add 2 more X's, but you're almost there.
Man.
No, but please, back to
no
explanation. Don't
comment
let
on
this guy
full
derail
90.
you.
But you know what? 2 can play that game because
Yes.
soon I'm going to bring you onto SMWX.
Oh,
Boom!
yes, I'm there.
Boom!
Tomorrow
Then
I'm
what?
there.
Then
That's
what?
the day
I'm
your
there
numbers
tomorrow.
crash.
I'm
That
there
is
tomorrow.
the day your numbers
Then what?
crash.
I'm there tomorrow.
You don't want him. He's only here because we couldn't afford
This
anything
guy
else.
is jealous. He couldn't get a
No.
real political analyst,
Exactly.
so he got me.
The real MK podcast has to come together.
I
and
will be
unite.
there.
Why
Yeah,
won't they call Ramaphosa to the ad hoc committee? Because this is insane. He's
I
the
literally
central
have no
guy.
idea.
It's like we're watching Jurassic Park and we never see a dinosaur.
But okay, maybe
This is so
answer
true.
this. Why is he
Yeah.
avoiding going?
Well, because he's being protected. And here I call out the DA. Because I'm like, I fully agree with you. Firstly, why are you so tame on this ad hoc committee? We've seen you in Parliament before. When you want to go for the jugular, you can go
You're
for the
there.
jugular. And now you're like, laughing along with these people who could be implicated in organized criminality. Why are you not calling for the president to go and account? And why is it so hard for the president to account? I don't know. But if the DA comes on board, then the opposition parties will have a majority to make him come. But the fact that he's not even on the witness list at this point is like
So
it's
weird,
crazy
man.
to me. Really crazy to me. Yeah.
Based on what we've heard from the commission so far, do you think Ramaphosa himself is corrupt?
It's your long pause. Think hard.
Well, I mean, what do we mean by corrupt? If you have US dollars in your couch,
No, exactly.
that's
No,
a
we
pretty
know.
big indicator.
Corrupt.
Guys, hold on. As a Muslim dude, I must just say,
I just want to.
we call that thing oplang. Right? Right?
Oh
okay?
my God.
Okay?
Is it cultural appropriation?
I'm just going to defend my boy Ramaphosa for
Are
a
you saying
second. I
Ramaphosa
can't.
stole your culture? That's what
I'm just saying that if someone came to my house now and found dollars in the couch, don't be shocked.
Hey,
SARS,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah, sure. No. Yeah. Look, I mean, compromised might be a better term, and once you're compromised, then you can't act decisively. Acting decisively was never President Ramaphosa's strong suit.
Yeah,
But I
never
feel like
had it.
he's even less able to do so now. And there are serious questions about what he knew about this criminal syndicate. Senzo Mchunu is one of his big lieutenants in the ANC.
Yeah.
Did Kat Matlala fund his campaign, Ramaphosa's campaign?
Yeah.
When people came to him, like the police chief, and said, hey, there's a problem here. Can you help us? What did he say? We need to know this. And maybe he has perfectly good answers, but I think the nation deserves those answers, especially because we never did have that parliamentary inquiry about Palapala.
No.
He managed to dodge it.
Yeah.
And so I feel like at long last, we do really need to get the president. He doesn't do interviews, so we need him to sit down and tell us what happened.
It's ridiculous that we be expected to think that the guy who's the most informed person in the country, because he has the Secret Service informing him, didn't know. And if he did know, he's lied. And if he didn't know, the Secret Service must all be fired. Because either way, someone is cuck.
Yeah, exactly. And the crazy thing about a lot of people who've been to the commission and just South African leaders in general is we're just happy with this answer that I didn't know. It's your job to know.
Don't you think having ad hoc at the same time as the commission has caused a lot of confusion?
Confusion and wonderful
Chaos,
drama
yeah.
at the same time.
Because I'm saying that
yeah.
I know fully I can't focus on it. I can't. There's too much information
Yeah.
with this thing now.
Yeah.
And I think that and the one thing about politicians, a little bit of chaos. Because when you be like, oh, but guys, I'm I'm actually planning to go to commission. I'm not going to ad hoc.
Yeah.
It's the same that happened with Zondo.
Yes.
Zondo, there was so much crazy info. What the hell? That the freaking that you got a bribe pack. Remember, Nomvulu Mokanyane got a bribe pack from Vosasa, and then a Gritzi, and then he said the K word. It was just disaster. And then you either by 2 weeks in, you've forgotten what crazy cock happened a week ago.
It is so true. There are actually two things. One thing I worry about is that we slowly become numb to revelations. It's like, this person only stole $1 billion. Oh, well, we've been there, done that. And things are moving so fast that people can't catch up. But
That's
also,
how I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. And I completely understand that.
He's stupid though, so it's not
do not come for my MK people.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
But also, what we know about South African history is we tend to fight the last war. So my great worry is that while the public's interest is turned on this commission, there's going to be some other corruption happening somewhere that isn't being looked into because we're all looking the other way.
Tembisa Hospital was one hospital. What about all the hospitals?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about a hospital? What about Baragwanath? There's definitely cuts going down to Baragwanath.
So there's a cartel somewhere being like, now's our chance to
But
pounce.
is it not a South African thing now? Maybe a global thing, because corruption is global, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, is it not a thing to just accept corruption and hope that it's not as bad? Because here's my thing.
Yeah.
The hospital,
Yeah.
2 billion rand. But if you took 200 million,
Yeah.
but you still made the hospital at 1.8, would you be happy with it?
You know what? I feel like South Africans would be completely happy with it at this point.
It's so sad.
It's
Look
so
at us
true.
negotiating over here.
Can
what level?
we just
It's
get
like
I like
thinking your
level one.
husband- This is like thinking your husband is loyal because he's not Tiger Woods. I mean, it's
It's like
you
I'm
just
like,
pumped one
I'm-
secretary.
I'm fine with
Yeah.
scale 4, corruption level 4. I'm not fine with corruption level 10.
You know what? I'm sadly, in some ways, maybe a deeper question, but corruption is probably inherent to some forms of politics. But the question is, how much corruption and how much delivery? And in South Africa, it feels like we've dialed it up to
Fuck all delivery.
99.
99,
yeah.
You can't
And
spend whatever
yeah.
million on tight jeans for a hospital. Did you see that
Absolutely.
cuck?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Skinny jeans for what
Yeah.
are you doing? What's in the freaking?
It was for the urology department, boss.
Who got
Maybe it was
It's to
like
prevent,
design.
it was prevent bladder problems.
sensitive bandages? You get yourself some diesel.
I know.
What the hell's going on? Listen, Sizwe, how do you rate MK as opposition?
Look, MK.
You're not going to tell them it's a conflict
yeah,
of interest
yeah. No,
first.
don't worry.
Yeah,
I'll-
we signed an affidavit.
I know we're as the spokesperson of
Yes.
MK and as the
Tell
I
them.
always knew.
Say,
You're
the
gonna
conflict of
be-
interest parts.
You guys are going to be fired in about half an hour. I hope you realize that. That's how MK works.
and as the chief MK podcaster.
Yes.
Now look, I think Aubrey Machikli, who's a regular guest on SMWX.
Yeah, we're asking. We want to get your number.
Soon
Yeah,
to be on. Catch him
Can
on.
we get his number?
Catch him on the real problems.
It's actually the only reason why we invited
Yeah,
you.
no, sure.
Because we
sure.
needed it.
No
We
problem.
can't get
no,
hold
no.
of him.
All good. I'll send it after this. He said that the MK is a horse that is riding in all directions. And I think, I think
That's a
that-
funny metaphor.
that's pretty much true. Like the MK is the epitome of chaos. The MK itself doesn't know what the MK is doing.
Yes.
Yep.
And what is even more crazy for me is that South Africans who support the MK, and there are lots of them,
Yeah.
and if you look at polls, their numbers
Tons.
actually aren't going down. They're just like,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
well,
fine.
cool.
Yeah, just we'll keep
The
voting for
crazier,
you.
the better.
Yeah.
It's like WrestleMania.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like 7 different SGs on any given day, but for some reason, they're still there and
We're still into it.
MKing. So it is genuinely mysterious how MK continues to attract the support. But look, it's got to the point of absurdity in terms of the chaos, and they really need to get the house in order because, like we say, we can criticize the GNU all we like, but the fact of the matter is there's a gaping vacuum for effective opposition politics from the EFF, from MK, from whoever
Yes.
wants to provide it.
Yes.
And no one's doing it. And that's what's so frustrating about being a South African is you're like, can someone just take this vacuum and
Take
do something with it?
leadership.
Yeah.
Take
And-
leadership.
And no one's doing it right now. And it feels like if the MK isn't careful, they are going to squander this opportunity.
Yeah, but they're surprise winners in this, Sizwe. That's what they are. It's like when you throw your hat in the ring and then you didn't actually expect to be nominated.
Yeah.
Now you're like, oh shit, I guess I have to be the.
You didn't think you would succeed.
Yeah, you didn't think you would succeed, and then you're
Yeah.
like, by how much?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're like, and then there's a couple
It's like
of
his
people.
podcast. No. Oh my God, sorry. I just had to.
It's just that you look at them, and the reason why there's chaos, they didn't expect to get here, and they were just like, "Yo, man, we're the Zoomer section.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys hate us?" And then everyone's
yeah.
like, "Oh, not so much,
Actually,
actually."
actually,
Like,
yeah.
they voted for them.
Yeah.
That's where you're at with it. So
It's
when
like
there's-
you organized the party and you didn't realize everyone would arrive. And
You
then
know?
2
Now
hours
there's like-
later, the whole of Macro was gone.
Exactly. Now it's 4 a.m. They're still trying to get people out of
Yes,
the
still
house.
Trying to, can you
and-
leave
So
already?
when-
We didn't order Cokes.
So when
I
you
haven't
say-
seen this much backstabbing since days of our lives. And my only real fear with this, Jacob Zuma took black people's hope for a revolution and to some degree turned it into a get out of jail scheme. I mean, imagine stealing an entire revolution.
Okay.
Well, look, I mean, he's got a good lawyer who's keeping him out of jail.
Oh my God.
You know what your
Okay,
problem
we
is?
go-
You know what your problem
No,
is?
okay.
You tell people, hey, guys, please separate me from my father.
No, no,
And
but
then-
now
and
he's-
No, we're going. No, we are. Fine,
it's-
fine. Here we
yeah,
go.
look, I mean-
Dali Mpofu,
Yeah.
Dali Mpofu, your dad has been Jacob Zuma's lawyers for ages, right? So when you heard Jacob Zuma has 28 million rand in legal fees, were you like, sure, terrible?
I was like,
Oh, inheritance!
that's where the school fees went. No, let me tell you right now, actually, because this comes up often. Actually, if you really look at the timeline, my father only started representing Zuma after Moses Kakane stepped away,
Yeah.
after he was president.
Yes.
So all those damn legal fees
Yeah.
did not go to him.
Oh, shuffle.
They went to white
shuffle.
lawyers.
Can you
Wait,
ask your
is your dad getting paid in chappies? I mean, it's just,
Who knows? Who
you
knows?
know.
But-
Oh, I haven't smelled this many lies.
You know.
Oh,
No,
since
but Doc,
John
sometimes-
DNA's
No,
matric
no,
result.
the
Oh
time,
my
the
God.
time,
Unamanga.
the time to cash in
Yeah.
on Zuma was when all those white lawyers,
Yeah.
who nobody mentions, by the way, as Jacob Zuma's
No,
lawyer,
you're right. You're right. No, I agree.
were making money off the state. What I know is that the state is not funding Zuma's legal fees now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is.
So it's basically your dad's hobby.
Look, if you ask
He's a
me,
freelance lawyer.
we often talk about this, and
I'm glad you said that line because often
Yeah.
when you do your interviews,
Yeah.
then when you say something and I go, but Sizwe, you can phone your dad now. And just tell us the
I have no
answer.
idea what my dad thinks who's WhatsApping me while we're talking.
yeah, well, as you know, just
Mm.
like this is the MK podcast. Obviously, my podcast is also like my dad's WhatsApp notes read out on camera.
Yes.
Oh, that's it.
But
Dali Mpofu has a podcast and he's in
But he
this
doesn't
for
know.
Pi.
But he doesn't
Sees
know.
where to do
we
it.
know this.
Oh,
we
that's
know
not funny.
But like I have asked him, like, because if you remember, he was actually a very vocal political opponent of Zuma, and he called me when he was going to start.
When he was with the EFF.
yeah, when he was with the
Yeah.
EFF and even within the ANC, he was part of the Mbeki faction in Polokwane and all
Yeah.
of that. So he did call me and he was like, "I'm going to do this," and I think he does it for two reasons. Number one,
Job is job.
job.
Oh
no,
my
no,
God, you
no.
could see the
No,
Shabir
seriously.
Shake energy coming through.
not that. But one is because it's genuinely legally interesting and fun.
Yeah.
Like how many run-of-the-mill cases can you do, even if they're quite lucrative?
Yeah.
This is actually legally fun, but also because he's got.
Is it?
I think it is.
Legitimate? No,
Like
legitimately. I mean,
It's called the
Legitimately.
Salary
I'm like,
policy.
because
and-
earlier on we were talking about accountability,
It's
right?
literally
Yeah.
let's do the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Literally, earlier on we were speaking about accountability,
Yeah.
and now I'm just like, is this legally fun, or should the guy just go have
Yeah.
his day in court now?
Well,
Isn't that where
think
isn't that where
that
your
you-
dad wants to do the dancing? Does he want to do the dancing before the court or
Yeah.
inside the courtroom?
I think there are two questions here. One is accountability, but the other is legal representation. And on the one hand, people should be held accountable, and Zuma should be held accountable. And I've probably criticized Zuma more than Ramaphosa, and I continue to criticize him for some reasons. But that doesn't mean I think we should have a legal system in which people who we may suspect are guilty should not have representation, because that's then us saying if you
And I agree with you on that
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
But I'm saying,
yeah.
like, is it not time now?
no, it's time when
He's in his 70s. This guy got like diabetes
Well,
and stuff, dog. He could be gone tomorrow.
That's
I
true.
think that the
But to be
moment
fair-
your dad's debit order doesn't come off, that's when
That's
it's
when
hey, look, man, look, my podcast pays me more than
More
enough
than-
right now. I'm out of that.
God, yeah.
But
Listen-
no, yeah, just on the legal representation part, I do think there are some double standards though in the way that, like, Look at Kat Matlala's lawyers. Why
Yeah.
is no one talking about them?
Because he's new to the zeitgeist.
He's not new.
No, he's new to the
Yeah,
zeitgeist.
but the lawyer ain't new. The lawyers, like, the
Yes,
lawyers
but I'm saying
only represent
the Kat Matlala show has
Yeah.
just started now in 2025.
But
We've-
Kat
the
Matlala
Zuma
wasn't the
story.
president of the country. So there's a whole
Nazo?
other
There we
conversation.
go.
Yeah, but he's done much more egregious.
No,
I'm not
he has,
sure
but he
Zuma's
wasn't he
actually
wasn't
been
a
involved
sitting
in
president.
murder and
No, but
yeah.
he's just a criminal
Sure.
versus Jacob Zuma was a sitting president. So it's,
Yeah.
well, yes, but when the state isn't paying Kat Matlala's legal fees, are they?
Well, maybe they are.
Well, then in a way they are.
I
That's
think
true.
the state is doing a lot more for
Yeah,
Kat
yeah.
Matlala.
We're paying everything for
than
Kat
just
Matlala.
paying his
Everything
legal
else, yeah.
fees.
We're
But-
definitely paying his
but-
legal
but the-
fees.
But the broader point I'm making
Yes.
is I do think that there's a danger of conflating lawyers with their clients that only happens when it's a controversial politician.
Yes.
And I'm saying that there are controversial business people, there are
Yes.
controversial criminals,
Yes.
and
Oh,
All
do
of-
you,
all
are
of
you
them-
okay with
all of them
representing
deserve-
someone? No, I'm more annoyed with your dad for representing Gareth Cliff than I am with
well, you just
Jacob
wanted him
Zuma.
to represent you.
Yeah, dog,
He
come
will
on.
never represent
One day.
Actually, one of my favorite political
Yeah.
experiences with your dad. It was
Yeah,
at the
yeah, yeah.
it was at the EFF manifesto launch, the very first one.
Yeah.
And I was standing there was like 30,000 EFF fighters, and your dad was busy talking, and he says, "Fighters, do you know what?" And then I shouted, "No, darling, tell us!" And he was like, "Shut up, Chester." It was
mean, I
great.
don't-
He's got a great sense of humor.
If you can, though,
I love that.
just if
Yeah.
you could ask him on my behalf,
Yeah.
two things. One,
Yeah.
unblock me. I didn't mean to do those jokes.
What? You're blocked?
He sent him a picture of his
No,
90,
dog.
90 whatever.
I tweeted, I was like, yo, man,
Yeah.
how many L's are you going to take it this year?
Really?
And
Okay.
I think it touched a nerve. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to be unblocked. But secondly, I want to know this. What does he do with all the clothing from the previous political parties?
Oh, the
Like, does he, like,
He
Well, you
put his
see-
EFF t-shirt.
yeah,
No,
do you guys use their
Does he sleep in
pajamas?
them?
Yeah, like, what's the, what does he do?
Here's the thing. As you may know, our family is so diverse. Racially, from all perspectives.
Mm. Yeah,
There's someone in the family,
Family
you can give
needs
it
a
to.
t-shirt. That's
We've
kind of
got
okay.
DA
I just
people,
wanted to know.
We've got ANC people, we've got MK people, so
I
don't,
just wanted to know.
don't worry. There's someone is covered somewhere in the rural Eastern Cape.
It's covered.
Yeah.
The DA are always freaking out about the doomsday politician,
Yeah.
you know, ANC, MK, EFF joining forces.
Yeah.
But I mean, would that be a politically workable answer for South Africa, or would they just steal everything immediately?
I think it would probably. Well, I think we've actually already been there before. If you go back to 2009, who was running the country? It was Jacob Zuma. Who was one of his key allies in the ANC? It was Julius
Julius
Malema.
Malema.
And who was the party? It was the ANC. So
Yeah, it's
ANC,
true.
Zuma, and Malema have actually already run the country.
That's why before this podcast, when we were speaking about why do they call it the Doomsday Coalition when we've been having it.
We've been having it. And what happened? It wasn't great, to be
Yeah.
honest. There was quite a lot of corruption.
Quite a lot.
I don't- they
Zondo
what-
lot.
What
Just,
do they,
just
what do-
enough, but the country didn't collapse. And I
Yeah.
firmly believe that like South Africa is actually even more sturdy than just its politicians. So would that be a perfect government? Absolutely not. Would it be a good government? Probably not either. It would be similar to 2009. But is it doomsday? Absolutely not.
Yep.
Yeah, Doomsday is a weird word.
You can't steal the
it.
country if
Yeah,
the
I mean-
country's already been stolen. It's
not
got
gonna
sort of a
lie.
racist undertone. That's my concern.
I'm feeling pretty doomsday right now. Criminal syndicates run the government.
Yeah, you smell doomsday. Not gonna lie, we literally have them putting blue light brigade things on criminals for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
The police arriving in a helicopter to check if the criminal's okay.
It's giving doomsday.
It's giving
It is.
doomsday,
It
yes.
is. It is.
Thanks, Oppenheimer's just what we needed. Sizwe, this is the hardest question I'm going to ask you. In your podcast, you interviewed that racist, treasonous testicle Rob Harrison.
Hey,
Why
dog,
did you
yeah.
platform?
No, dog, yeah.
Damn.
Why did you
I
give
agree
him a
to this
platform?
Dog, no. Bro, you know what?
This interview.
Yeah.
So I did that interview because I wanted to stick true to the principle of SMWX being a venue for people to share their perspectives, whether I agree with those perspectives or not.
That's one
And-
thing, though, bro. But I'm going to say also one thing because I watched that thing.
Yeah.
And I think getting to know you now,
Yeah.
and also like I've watched your content for years, I think that's the
Thank
one
you.
moment where I felt incredibly disappointed with you because there's some
Really?
things you let him get away with. When you call himself a political activist,
Yeah.
and can I tell you why? Like
Sure.
your dad
Sure.
has claimed to being a political activist.
Yeah.
You know, there's people that leave what they're known for in the media and how they're made fun of,
Yeah.
have direct ties to political activism. And when I saw him sit there and claim to be a political activist and acknowledge his white privileges and not acknowledge like, oh, my granddad was at Barclays and helped fund their apartheid like government. Like it's those type of things that that's the thing that left me maybe with a. And I'm sure people probably tell you this in the comments, but I mean, I'm not trying to have like a gotcha moment, like, Sizwe, we got you here on this podcast. We want to tell you. I'm just like, I just think when you platform someone like Rob Herzog, we give him a lot more credibility than really what he's meant to have. And if we don't push back, because at least here I've pushed back with you, and you went, no, I disagree with you.
Sure.
And I think that's the only thing. I was just like.
So, may I respond?
Yeah, of course.
Because
Please, you're one of the most sharpest guys we know. So I really would like to hear you say this.
Absolutely. And I think it's unfair to look at SMWX through the prism of any one particular interview.
Yes.
Because I have a very specific style of interviewing, which is what I lose in accountability. And I already concede. Yeah. I'm not trying to do a kind of interview where I say, hey, I gotcha, or hey, you're wrong about this and I'm right about this. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create portraits of people so that my audience can make up their mind. So I am not trying to platform anyone in the sense that I am agreeing with their views. What I'm trying to do is give my audience a picture of South Africa in all its ugliness and its beauty, and treat the audience as smart enough to make their mind up. And when you watch that interview, I was not going to say to you, hey, I disagree with Rob Herzog for this, this, and this reason. I was going to say, hey, you're watching this, and you probably think half of what's being said here, are we allowed to share? Swear?
Yes.
Bullshit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But would you rather, and this is the question, would you rather really want to know what Rob Herzog thinks, or would you rather me do this display of takedownism that doesn't get you to know
Takedownism.
into his
Takedownism.
Okay,
Takedownism. I'll tell you why. I've watched things
yeah.
like even when you and Penwell, and then you told
Yeah.
Penwell after that Gator McKenzie interview on SABC, and you
Yeah.
told him like, hey man, South Africans, all we want is like accountable. We want to grill the person. Yeah. We do, because we don't get enough of it.
But you know
we
what?
don't get enough of it.
You know what the crazy thing is? I did that kind of interview on SABC, and you know what everyone said? Why are you going for the person? And why? So like,
There's the SABC,
There's
dog.
no. There's
Can
no
I be honest with you,
there's no
Sizwe?
perfect
Can I be
interview.
honest with you?
Yeah.
You should just ignore him. He's an asshole. I don't like him, and I don't know why I invited him today.
I actually think it's a really important point you've raised, and I do grapple with it, right? Because I'm trying to do something slightly different with my interviews that often makes people think that I agree with the person. But I'm trying to do something deeper, which is I'm trying to let them say things that they have never said before.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I get that point.
What does that mean? It means that we lose some accountability. There's no doubt about that. But I do think we gain insight, and I prefer the insight over the accountability moment.
We're going to edit all of that out in the edit. And listen, Sizwe, in your book, The New Apartheid, it's absolutely brilliant. You guys should all go read it. It explains what's going on in South Africa in a way that I really have read nothing else like it. You describe, in spite of apartheid being over, in many ways, it's still there. I've been saying that for years. The new South Africa is just apartheid without the guilt. What hope is there that we'll ever have justice or restitution for people of color in South Africa? Or should people just steal what they can because the billionaires have us in a play democracy anyway? Takalani democracy.
Yeah, damn, that's actually such a profound question for this time, because I'm not going to lie. I've been feeling very just nihilistic about South Africa at the moment.
So despondent.
Yeah.
Nihilistic is a weird word to say in South Africa.
Yeah, because it's got the word nigh in it.
Sizwe Mpofu-Walsh is feeling nihilistic.
Full 90.
If you're horny, you
Full
know.
90. Full 90.
90? Oh my God. Boom, it makes a comeback. It's in Kali Kriel is horny. It's called nihilistic.
Not Kali Kriel.
Now he's got Kali Kriel's 90 in his head.
Oh, man. Yeah, you just don't know. You know. I mean, we were brought up to have hope. Those of us who were born in the transition era, kind of our identity is vested in the fact that things can get better and good can triumph over evil politically. But you really look at the country at the moment and you feel the sense of despondency. But one thing that helps me is actually going back and reading history, because it gives you a certain perspective, even on this country. And like over the long term, I still believe South Africa can give us reasons for hope. But over the short term, it's grim.
It's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have a plan? Do you have a plan that you'd like to see of how?
I don't, and
And I think that
You have
leads-
a doctorate from Oxford. You're literally the most clever guy I've ever spoken to. How the hell don't you?
I'm
have a
here,
plan?
dog.
What is going on? We've got an out-of-work comedian journalist. I don't know what the hell that guy does sitting over there. If you don't know, well, the rest of us are fucked.
That's part of why I think the media space is so important. Because often people think that we should leave it to politicians to change things. I actually think that politicians just respond to the agenda that we in the media create.
Okay.
And so I do think this digital media landscape that we are together building via me pioneering and you copying that
Identically. Like identically. We're still going to get our little bookshelf behind with lights when it's coming.
Exactly.
Yo, dog, this guy finished you.
CMX
He saw
is
that
what I'm going to
clip.
call it.
He saw that.
CMX.
He saw that clip on Mac G, and I was like, "I'm gonna show
I
you."
was like, I'm coming.
He had Loy Golo on the show. He's like, "Hi, Loy, please can you write a
Loy
couple of
Gola
things?"
won't answer the calls.
Wow.
I asked Prince Michelle, he said no.
I WhatsApped Chester. I was like, I'm coming for you. So I do really think what we're doing here is very important because if we can set an agenda to which people respond, then the politicians have to sing to that tune. So if you're asking me like what gets me out of bed, it's the reason is creating a new media. And just think of like the sheer reach now of the podcast landscape. Like this will be watched, I can guarantee you, by more people than watch a show on the SABC because I've seen your numbers. So we suddenly have this ability to reshape the narrative, to reframe the narrative, and that gives me hope, and that's what I'm trying to do. In terms of politics, no, I just don't feel like I can climb the greasy pole of party politics, man.
No ways, no.
Yeah.
We don't need you in politics. We're so bloody weird. Then your dad will have to defend you.
Yeah.
And
Then
it'll be just the cycle of the Walsh. The Mpofu-Walsh is paying each other. Then your mother has to come to a diversity course.
Yeah, so I don't have a plan like that. But when I look at the Mamdani election, I am like I'm a bit envious of the direct elections that other countries have.
Yeah.
Like I feel
You say this in your book. We should vote for the president directly.
let's try, because this isn't working. I mean, direct elections themselves have their
Then
own
Mashatile
problems.
definitely wins.
Mashatila's like president
Yeah,
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
But it can give you a Trump, but it can also give you a Mamdani. And I feel like we have to vote for these parties, and then the parties choose, and then it means that all the incentives are to make the party happy as a person rather than to deliver to the people. So if we could wave a wand, I think it would be really cool if we tried direct.
That being said, though, we have had 2 Muslim mayors in Johannesburg, and they didn't last 200 days combined.
This is true.
You see how he's a
We
self-hating
had our
Muslim?
own Mamdani experiment.
Yeah, so we've had.
So
maybe.
Simmi Areff could be our Mamdani, but the entire city would fall apart in 5 minutes. Sizwe Mpofu-Walsh, you're absolutely brilliant, Doctor. Thank you very much for coming through. You are
It's been
brilliant.
great.
We love your work. Well done. Go watch his podcast, read his book, The New Apartheid. And Simmi Areff, you were here. Thank you very much for watching Real Problem with Chester Missing. Make sure you like, subscribe, and be nihilistic. Bye, Futzak.